I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
Hi. Can you not? Casper is playing very loudly with his toys. So this week we are going to be talking about our surgery experiences. So that's pretty fun. I haven't had too many, so this won't be too long. Also, I don't know where my memory card is. So we're filming on the back of my Android. And I just got out of the shower. And right after this, I'm going to film next week's video. So I am getting ready. And I just took a battery out of my clock so I can put it in my mirror because I need it. Okay, so what surgeries have I had? I think I've had 3 different kinds of surgeries, maybe 2 if you don't count one of them. But I've had a lot of PICC lines placed in my mostly right, but sometimes left arm. And I never went under anesthesia to get a PICC line placed because it's not like an invasive procedure at all. But I used to have really bad anxiety about them because this one really bad nurse missed my arm once, and she was like, well, she didn't miss my arm, she missed like the spot that I was supposed to go in, and she was like snaking the PICC line up my vein, and she hit a nerve, and I just had a lot of pain in my hand when that happened, and I don't know, it was a weird thing. So after that, I was really afraid of PICC lines, and I've been working on my anxiety since I was diagnosed, because that hesitancy to get PICC lines and that like fear that someone will mess up and hurt me, then it transferred to getting IVs sometimes and my port getting accessed, which is really annoying because both of those things have to happen all the time. My camera stopped recording, and I kept talking for like 15 more minutes. So we're gonna do front camera for the rest of this video. So as I was saying, also I'm sitting on my vest right now, which is probably not good for the machine, but what can you do? Oh, there's little buddy, look. I used to get a lot of PICC lines, mostly right here, some over there, and I didn't like them because, Casper. I didn't like them because I just wanted to have a free arm and be able to do things and shower, and the dressing changes used to really bother me. But those really aren't surgeries, even though they do make a small incision with a scalpel. I never went under. Casper's chewing a bone, sorry if it bothers you. But I never went under anesthesia for PICC lines. I only ever went on Versed, which is, it can go in your IV or you can take it as a pill, but it just like calms you down. Sometimes it would make me laugh and sometimes it wouldn't do anything. I'm done with this hat, honestly. It's not working today. So after PICC lines, the next surgery are my sinus surgeries. First sinus surgery that I got was probably when I was like 10. And it's because my ear, nose, and throat doctor noticed that I had polyps in my sinuses, in my nose. Don't ask me what a polyp actually is, because I actually don't know. But I know it's like the shape of a seed, and it's something in your nose that isn't supposed to be there, and it can make it harder to breathe. So this surgery was to remove those. They put me under anesthesia, went in through my nostril, so they did have to make a cut. And my surgeon said that once he was in there, he was able to see all of the pockets of mucus that are in all my sinuses, and there was so much of it, and it was so infected that it was the color of a school bus, which is not the color of snot that you want to have in your nose. So even though the surgery wasn't to remove mucus from my sinuses, he did that anyway. And I woke up and everything was fine and it was easy. And then I've had either 3 or 4 sinus surgeries since then, and those have not, the ones after the first one were not to remove polyps, they were just to drain the infected mucus that gets stuck in my sinuses, because apparently it can like drain down from your throat to your lungs and you can get chest infections, which is really bad when you add CF. So honestly, all the surgeries have gone just fine, except for the one that I got my sophomore year of high school, because after you get surgeries, a lot of the times they will put something called stents in your, wherever they did surgery, And stents are little things that deliver IV antibiotics over the course of like a week, a few days, I don't know, so that the area that they were all a bunch of hands and tools and like that doesn't get infected post-surgery. So after my sophomore year of high school sinus surgery, I had 2 stents in this forehead sinus right here, one on each side. And I went back like a week later to get them taken out. And they're kind of like tampons. They have a little string that goes to like here, and the stents are like there, so that you can pull them out with tweezers by going through the nose. And they were up really far. Like imagine having tweezers go in your nose and be like the tips of them like being right there. It was so painful. I was just screaming and crying in the chair. Just no anything. I was just in the office sitting in a chair. My mom was watching. She felt helpless. Eventually I got one of them, but the other one was literally too far to get it out without torturing me. So I had to come back either a day or a few days later and go under complete anesthesia just to get that stent out. I was under anesthesia for 15 minutes, which is pretty ridiculous. Then I've gotten a couple since then and they're all fine and dandy. My last surgery that I have gotten is my port placement. I have a port, you can see the bump. I have a port right there. And this is a little bubble, like there's a scar. It's a little thing in here so that my doctors can just stick it with a needle that's like this long. And then this, you can see the tube. Like, look at my collarbones compared to each other. This one is here and this one like doesn't exist because there's a little tube over it. And then it goes into a vein right here that leads to my heart. So by drawing back a syringe, they can get blood out of it. And by moving it forward, they can give me IV antibiotics, heparin, saline, anything. And it's a lot easier than a PICC line because it's not a procedure every time